Hello everyone, my name is Helen A. Castaneda. So I'm here in your front to tackle about the kind of punctuation and also the definition and example of homonyms, heterograph, and heteronym. But before that, I just want to greet our instructor, Miss B, and also my fellow classmates. As what I've said before, we're tackling about the kind of punctuation, definition, and example of homonyms, heterograph, and heteronym. So here we go. What is punctuation? The English language has a system of symbol and sign known as punctuation. Here's the types of punctuation: period, comma, colon, question mark, quotation marks, exclamation point, parenthesis, and apostrophe, and many others. So why do we need punctuation? Punctuation shows us how to structure sentences and how each sentences should read. Number 1, full stops marks the end of the sentence. And for the example, Althea went to the shop. She bought some sweets. So this sentence indicates at the end of your sentence, we need to put the full stop or the marks that end of the sentence. Number 2 is comma. Indicates a natural pause in a sentence or is used to separate items in a list. And for the example, Jasny went to her friend Jessica's house. She loves to go there. Next is question mark. Indicates the end of a question. Example, how are you? Exclamation mark marks the end of a dramatic statement or sentence. Example, stop. Don't run into the road. Quotation mark indicates direct speech. Example, I love to read the books, said Lynn. What did you do yesterday? Asked Teresa. Square brackets used by the editor to indicate extra information. Example, when climbing a mountain, it is important to very safe. Parentheses. Use parentheses to enclose words or figures that clarify or are used as an aside. Example, he received 150 points, 150 on his math project. Slash. Forward slash is used to indicate the word or and can be used to separate the day, month, and year. For example, please explain to the lawyer when he or she arrives. The date today is March 22, 2021. As you can see, there's a kind of dashes, the three type of dashes. Hyphen used to join words or to separate syllables in a word. In dash indicates a period of a time range of numbers or the distance. In dash, long dash that can be used instead of comma, colon, or brackets. Examples of hyphen: 5-year-old. M dash, example, Bob was tired. Exhausted, really? But no, he could not rest. In dash, example, she worked here from 2015 to 2019. And of course, we have ellipses. Ellipses are form of punctuation used to indicate excluded working within a phrase or paragraph or to indicate a pause in speech. They are most commonly seen as a series of three dots, through the exact number varies depending on the context of the quote. And for the example, I'm not sure about that. I mean, not really. Or I don't think it's possible. And many others example. And it depends on our sentence. And right now, we're talking about the heterograph, homonym, and heteronym. A heteronym, also known as heterophone, is a word that has a different pronunciation and meaning from another word, but the same spelling. These are homograph that are not homophones. Thus lead, a metal element, and lead, a leash or halter, direct an animal, are heteronyms, but mean, intend, and mean average are not. Since they are pronounced the same, heteronym pronunciation may vary in vowel realization, in stress pattern, and in other ways. Right now, let me explain. Homonyms. Homonyms are two words that are spelled the same and sound the same but have different meanings. The word homonym comes from the prefix homo, which means the same, and the suffix name, which means name. Therefore, a homonym is a word that has the same name as another word, meaning that the two words look and sound exactly alike. Here are 20 examples of homonyms. Note that some homonyms have more than two meanings. For example, tender can also mean sensitive, easily chewed, or even refer to chicken strips. But to keep things simple, we've only included two in our homonyms. Examples of homonyms: address, to speak, and location; air, oxygen, and lilting tune; arms, body part, division of a company; band, a musical group or a ring; bark, at trees are layer and the sound of dog makes; bat, an implement used to hit a ball or knock a flying mammal; bright, very smart or intelligent, or filled with light; and circular, taking the form of a circle and store advertisement; current, up to date, and flow of water; die, to cease living, or a cube marked with numbers 1 to 6. Express, something done fast or show your thoughts to using words fair, equitable, and beautiful. Jug, a sharp jut object in a crying space. Kind, type or carry. Lie, to decline or to tell falsehood. Match, to paint-like items or a stick for making flame. Mean, average, or not nice. That's all the example of homonym. And right now, heterograph. The word heterographs literally means different writing. It refers to words in English language which have different spellings but sound the same. Some common examples are pause, sun, need, blow, blue, hair, flowers, flower, week, bear, that, there, road, be, might, right, eight. Occasionally, the task of remembering to tell these similar sounding words apart is made even more difficult when they come in groups of three, all sounding exactly the same, but all three with different spellings. For example, pear, 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 two, four, and four. The example of our sentence: here and here. The reason two identical sounding words are such a problem for writers is simply that they are both commonly used. It is easy to remember a pair of words like watch and witch because one is much more commonly used, but when both words arise frequently, it can be much harder to tell them apart. Just remember, here refers to place. For example, come here, or I'll wait for you over here. So here on the other hand refers to use of the ears, experience the sensation of sound. For example, I can't hear you. Remember, here can also use the figurative in expression like did you hear the news? So this is a grammar tip. An easy way to remember how to spell these words is that the word here actually contain within it word car within it, reminding you that it to do with sound. Another example, bear. Bear and bear present a different problem because in addition to their two separate meanings, the word bear itself also two different meanings of its own. Words like this, which are spelled the same and sound the same but have different meanings, are called homonyms. Remember, bear means either the actual animal itself or to cope or deal with something. For example, is that a bear over there? This tension is more than I can bear. Bears is more gentle way of saying nude or strip, but it can also refer for more figurative concepts than just nudity. For example, what bare-faced chick or the cupboard was completely bare. The last is a heteronym, also known as heterophone, is a word that has different pronunciation and meaning from another word but the same spelling. These are homographs that are not homophones. The lead, a metal element, and a lead, a leash or halters to direct an animal, are heteronyms but mean, intent, and mean average are not since they are pronounced the same. Heteronym pronunciation may vary in vowel realization, in stress pattern, and in other ways. So what is heteronym? Heteronym are words that are spelled identically but have different meanings when pronounced differently. For example, lead pronounced lead means to guide. However, lead is pronounced lead means a metallic element. And also heteronym, also homographs, they only differ sounds in how they are pronounced. For example, address, where you live. Address, give a speech. Lead, head a group or to go first. Lead, type of metal. Read, a present tense. Read, past tense. Those are the example of homonyms, homographs, and heteronyms. And right now, compare heteronyms or homographs, homopens, or homonyms. Homographs are words that are spelled the same but differ in meaning, derivation, or pronunciation. Homopens are words that are pronounced the same but differ in meaning, derivation, or spelling. Homonyms are words that are spelled and pronounced the same but have different meanings. These are overlap among these categories. Heteronyms are specific types of homographs in which the different pronunciation are associated with different meanings. Many heteronyms are the result of one pronunciation being verb and another being a noun. That's all. Thank you for listening. God bless.